Second Cup, brought to you by the Nickel Plate. Sit, sip, savor, and shop.
Hi, everyone. Good morning to you. It's 8 o'clock on the start of your Friday morning. Glad you're with us to start the day.
Gladys
to
you're with
start
us.
the day.
Gladys is with us to start the day.
Oh, gosh.
She's chilling on Ed's lap right now because she had a tough night.
Yeah, my poor baby. So listen to this. Here's what happened.
So sad.
I was walking Gladys last night about, I don't know, 8:15, right before bed.
Taking a little night walk.
And we walk up on this really nice patch of grass. And all of a sudden, she picks up her back paw and like looks at me like, what the heck is going on here? And I'm like, what's going on with you? She doesn't ever do that. Like, I thought she hurt herself. Yes, we're talking about you.
Hi, love. Hi.
There was a bee stinging the underside of her back paw, the one that she was picking up.
Like she must have stepped on it.
Yeah. And when I saw it, the bee was like actively stinging.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
And I'm like, okay. I picked her up, walked her back home, and carried her back home.
Right, because she was like, he was showing me a video of her walking. Oh my God. Like it was the saddest thing. She's like, God, it was horrible.
So I went to go get her Benadryl from the drugstore. I put her in her crate. She has this little, like, my sister calls it the chateau because it's like big and it's, full of a pillow and her blanket. And I went to go get her Benadryl and I came back and she had thrown up. And had she not thrown up, I would have thought nothing of this. But I Googled, like, okay, your dog was stung by a bee. What do you do? And it said if she's throwing up, if the dog is throwing up, and if they have pale gums, you should get them to the doctor ASAP. And she had really pale gums. And I'm like, FML.
I think all of us pet owners know what that means.
Yeah.
Straight to the emergency vet we go.
So
everybody get in the car.
Listen to this. $200 to walk in the door. So we're like, okay, this is it. And of course, Russ is trying to convince me everything's fine, nothing's wrong, la, la, la. And at the end of the day, I'm sure nothing was wrong.
Show Russ the eye roll I just gave him tomorrow or tonight when you see him.
But, when your dog is helpless, it's like having children, right? What do you do?
Oh, so then he goes to the vet. They get X, Y, and Z done. There were more potential options.
They wanted to do blood work. They wanted to do an ultrasound.
So
There's something wrong with her liver potentially.
He's telling me like, well, they wanted to maybe do blood work. And I'm like, blood work with the bee sting, he's like, well, there could have been something wrong with her liver. I heard that. I was like, take my credit card, do all the blood work.
Well,
I would have flipped.
This would have cost us more than $600.
I know. And you made the right call, but you know that I'm insane.
So they gave her a shot of epinephrine. They gave her a steroid, I think, gave her some fluids.
This poor little thing.
I know. Oh my gosh, look at what Amy says. My dog got hit by a car last Friday. $5,000.
God, Amy, I'm sorry.
Well, and look, I mean, to keep your dog safe, to keep your pet safe, you just want anything for them.
I know. All of us were total suckers when it comes to, I mean, look at this dog.
Right? Exactly, Kelsey. That was exactly what the concern was.
Or little anaphylactic.
So the concern was that she was in anaphylactic shock. And, they're like, going worst case scenario, she could die.
I'm so glad my dad can't watch this show. Or if he's watching, it's over my mother's shoulder because he thinks that we are all insane with these animals. And he's not wrong.
I know.
But I would have done that. We were on the way to the emergency vet after Bandit got into chocolate chip cookies one time.
Well.
And chances are he's so huge. Chances are he would have been fine. But I flipped out. Everybody get in the car. We're going to the emergency vet. We tried the hydrogen peroxide to get him to throw up. It didn't work. Into the car we go. We made it just about to their parking lot, and he puked all over my car. And I have a cover and everything. He managed to hit every spot that wasn't part of the cover.
Of course.
Including the little like stereo, what would you call it? The little like
speaker?
The speaker. I'm like cleaning it out later with the
Sonic won't clean that up.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. So I'm like cleaning it with a toothpick later. Like he's like running around fine.
All happy.
Cool.
Mark says these vet prices are out of control. Well, and this was the emergency vet too. So they're a little bit more expensive.
And it's off hours too.
Right.
Gladys, I want you to know you're worth every penny.
Yes, she is. Well, and here was my whole thing. Like, I even just said to Russ the other day, and sorry to like drag this conversation down, But
It's a Friday.
Howard says Benadryl was the right move, especially for that concern. Right, I thought so too.
Yeah, look at her right now.
Yeah,
she's loving the Benadryl.
So doped up.
She was in here as soon as you brought her in, looking at the lights like this.
Howard, no, I did not get any sleep. I mean, I was up until about 11 o'clock with her, and yeah, it was not a fun night. But I was saying to Russ the other day, I was looking at her, and I just love watching the dog because you get a sense of like who they are, their personality, and
they're so cute.
You know, just to observe, like this is a life that we have to take care of. This is a little precious life. And at 8, she's lived a long life, but it wasn't good.
Howard says, I hear you. We do it for our pets.
I know. So I just wanted to make sure that she was given the best chances and the best options.
And you guys got in pretty quick.
Yeah, they saw us right away. I mean, They were great. Right in Cheektowaga, right on Genesee by the airport.
We've made a couple trips to the emergency vet.
Yeah.
We went to that one time. We went to the Orchard Park one time. He got bit by a dog. He was just a little puppy when that happened.
Yeah.
Remember that? He got bit in the face.
Vets are like dentists, Connie says. They are not watched or
have set prices.
They can change anything, charge anything. Well, look, I mean, yeah, so that's what Russ said, you know, when they were like, okay, they want to, you know, they want to do blood work. They want to do an ultrasound. They want to do this. They want to do that. I'm like, okay, like, and I just looked at Russ. I defer to him because I want him to make the decision and not me.
Because Thank God somebody with like Russ is there. I would be like, yes.
Well, and that's why I wanted him to come because Russ is very level.
Should you do 2 ultrasounds? Is it to check both sides or something?
Well, then it took a while for her to come back. And I'm like, Russ, what do you think they're doing back there? Russ goes, counting how many $100 bills they could get. And I'm like, okay, stop being so cynical.
Sorry, Gladys.
Isn't he so funny? They're counting how many $100 bills they can get.
We're glad that we have that service in our community, honest to God, because what would we have done without them? So
right.
I'd pay every penny for you, you sweet, darling little princess.
Right.
And I'm going to tell Uncle Russ what I think of that comment when I see him. Somebody asking really quick because they just joined what happened to Gladys. She stepped on a bee.
Yeah,
she had a little bit of a reaction.
Sting. My poor baby.
And now she's all drugged up on Benadryl and just sitting there so quietly. This is just like the time we had Bandit in.
Yeah, remember that? No, Bandit.
No. I just read on Instagram, so take this with a grain of salt because who knows if it's accurate or not. What?
She goes, I agree with Russ.
Oh. But I read on Instagram that when we tell our dogs that they're good girls and good boys, their heart rate starts to beat because like it makes them happier.
Yeah.
Hey, Gladys, you're a good girl.
Say yes, Aunt Katie.
You good girl. Good girl. She's looking at me with the biggest eyes right now.
My dad, Gladys Star. So we named her Gladys Star. Well, her name was already Gladys. And I've told you before that we have an Aunt Gladys who's like got the biggest teeth in the entire world. And then we have an Aunt Doris who, God rest her soul, was, you know, another elder in our family. So I was like, okay, Gladys Doris, that's it.
Like everybody look at Gladys right now. Like that's what I'm talking about. Look at her. She's so zoned out. She's so cute.
Oh God, I've never seen her this quiet like this.
Well, got a lot of Benadryl coursing through her veins right now. And I mean, like Benadryl makes me fall asleep.
No kidding.
I want to bring up somebody's comment here. Kim's comment about the VA. She's talking about this. Okay, so her husband goes there. The only problems he had with him, he goes to Buffalo for all major problems. You can't dial your primary and get the office. You have to call the main number in Buffalo. His primary is in Dunkirk. It's interesting. So we're hearing a lot of, you know, we talked about this in the 5 o'clock hour. Mm-hmm. A lot of people having issues with the VA, and now their 2 top, you know, leadership people are out. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens.
A lack of timeliness. Mm-hmm. When you consider how urgent their job was when they were in the Army or whatever branch of service they were in.
So a lot of these people are alleging that they'll go in, they'll get like an x-ray, they'll get a test done, and they won't get the results for like a month.
Right. And that's a problem, especially when you're in pain.
Well, when you're in pain and like, God forbid, something more needs to happen.
Right.
And now we're waiting.
So now Nick Langworthy, congressman here from Western New York, is calling for an investigation. The 2 top people have been forced out of their jobs.
Yeah.
And they're gone. Assemblyman Burke wants something done. And he said it's not just one issue in particular that's causing all of this, but there are several.
Michaela's saying they've done so much for our country. They deserve better. Oh, Melly, you know, she works and she's got the medical side of it, like the healthcare side. From her side, it's horrible dealing with their staff. Interesting.
Oh, interesting. Well, and you know, and here's my question. Is this, because it's not just here, this is across the country that we're hearing of stuff like this as well. Is this a federal government problem or a
Right.
systemic problem.
Like, it's not just one issue. That's what Pat Burke was saying. He
Right.
was saying, like, it's a staffing issue. It's a care issue. You know, there's a lot of different things, and it all kind of filters down.
Melly says they deny their patients the care they need. It's so sad. Howard saying it's an embarrassment that our country does not take care of our veterans with more importance is unacceptable, he
Yeah,
says.
absolutely.
And then Connie says a friend of mine had to wait years for a knee replacement for the VA. And look, I'm sure the people who are working there, the nurses, the people who are, you know, actually
There are a
caring
lot of hard workers
exactly.
there. Yeah.
It's
Sometimes you can only do so much sometimes with the staff, right? And what
Exactly.
you're given.
and sometimes it's poor leadership.
Well, so we'll wait and see, you know, how everything, you know, moves forward there. I don't think this is the last we'll be hearing
No.
about that.
We should also mention that the nurses there may potentially picket there, calling for
Mhm.
the staffing freeze to end.
And that could be a national thing too.
Right.
So
I did see Melly mention a little while ago that she had her little people.
all right, pull those up, Jordan. Those are the cutest things. We've got the little people that went on sale today at Wegs. This was
Look
the
at this
line at the McKinley Wegmans. So the Hamburg Wegmans. This was it. Like, what time were they there? 5:30,
Yeah.
5:30. There's the little people. Hey guys.
Okay, so we got a Bills fan, Deion Dawkins, Josh Allen, and Matt Milano this season. And you can buy 4. They're on store shelves at all of our local Wegmans. They go to the money raised here goes to a good cause.
Yeah.
So, you know, you're supporting the team in showing your pride. You're collecting these Fisher-Price little people, and you're also supporting, I believe, Oshai Children's Hospital.
Yes. Yes. Oshai. Howard was watching the morning show apparently. Did Jordan bring you back?
Oh, that's a great question. I did wonder that. She did?
Yeah. So she
Did
was
you pay her for it?
not yet. I told her we'll settle up when she's back here.
Okay.
I said we'll settle up when you're in the newsroom. I said if you can grab a set, I'd love a set. And then I had actually texted her for 2 sets. She's like, "Oh, I only saw I one because my mom wants to get some too."
I'll just give it to her and go get another one.
That's okay. Yeah, we'll get it all figured out. My girlfriend usually finds them in Rochester too. If you have a hard time finding them here.
Sarah says, I can't believe people were lining up so early. They're available like all year long at Wegmans every year. So here's my question about this. Because I kind of wondered the same thing. Like, why is this such a big deal? And I get it. Like, people have all 3. Now they want the 4th. And I guess it goes to a good cause and it's something cute to have. But
So
if there are 11,000 available. Like, how much of a collector's item is this
It's
actually?
still a collector's item.
You think?
I do. Right, Gladys? That's still a
Do you
collector's
think
item.
that guy in Williamsville would have them?
Oh God, yeah.
Oh my God. Speaking of that collection, did you see that collection? That was unbelievable.
So did we put that in here? I can't remember if we
No.
did or not. The Buffalo Bills having an estate sale. Not the Buffalo Bills, but like this Buffalo Bills super fan. He passed away, and his family's having this estate sale. The stuff this man collected, unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's like crazy.
Well, and what people are walking out with from like the 1960s. Look at all of this stuff.
Like this was the better part of his, time collecting for sure.
We're talking about the glory days of the Buffalo Bills,
The
the
Sabres.
Sabres.
Braves, Brave stuff.
Yeah, unbelievable. But now his family is like, okay, he enjoyed it. They picked through what they wanted. And now they figure it's time for other people in our community to enjoy it.
See the Flutie Flakes there?
I did see that.
Remember when you opened them?
Yes. I thought that's what we were supposed to be doing.
Wait, this box of Flutie Flakes. This was probably 5 years ago, maybe even more.
But they were like the new version.
They've been sitting around the newsroom. No, maybe they were, but they've been sitting around the newsroom. I don't think they were, Ed.
Oh.
And he just opened the box, and I'm like, and then you ate some, which was also kind of
Questionable.
questionable. Yeah, but you're still with us, so.
Charlene says she's going later to get hers. Kim says, I gave my sons the last one for Xmas, for Christmas. They were so excited.
Yeah, I missed one of them. So I missed the one because everybody was saying there was one with a girl. I missed that one, but we have the other 2.
Melly remembers when I opened the box. I genuinely thought we were supposed to. I didn't think that it was like,
We had
because didn't they remake them?
weren't we working in the morning too
Yeah.
with,
Beauvais.
yeah, and
No,
Andy.
Yes.
And I think he about had a heart attack too.
Yes.
And he and I were like, okie dokie. Well, we can't change that. So
Connie wondering, are Josh Jags coming out again? I don't know.
I see him at the store. I think they're still at the store. I feel like I saw him not that long ago.
My face was priceless, Melly says. I don't remember. I mean, I'm sure it was crazy. Matt, what was Beauvais?
Yeah.
Beauvais almost died. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Okay. How about who's got college kids in their life? Because they're all moving in this weekend. We were talking about how we cannot believe, like on Instagram, what these people's dorm rooms look like now. don't get me wrong. Like, my dorm room was very cute. We had a little futon. We did the thing with our beds in an L, so you had a little extra space. We put our desks cute places. You know, we had our decor.
It was very cutesy.
It was so cute. But like these kids these days, it's just like everything else. Like they're young, like the young kids who wear these unbelievable outfits because they can see them on Instagram and they go through that stuff. That's exactly what has happened when it comes to the dorm rooms.
Would you say you were very mindful of your roommate?
Why? Why are you asking?
I'm just wondering.
What do you mean?
Were you mindful of the space around you? Like,
oh yeah. Well, my roommate, the first roommate, I didn't know. The next roommate was Emily.
Right. So you were very cutesy in your dorm room. You were very mindful.
Okay. Now, see, this is exactly what I thought you were doing. You see that stupid demure thing.
Very demure. I don't come to work with a green cut crease.
Shut up. I literally can't listen to this anymore. I hear these kids in our newsroom, and he thinks he's one of them too. He tries to like fit in. I'm like, guess what? You're closer to one age spectrum than the other.
Sarah, I'm sure Katie was a very demure roommate.
Yes.
Indeed.
No, I had one roommate my freshman year who I didn't know at all. Then I had my friends after that.
I love Emily. And you and she are still best friends to this day.
Yeah, she's in Ohio. Because I went to school in Ohio, but
Did you have lava lamps? Howard wants to know.
no lava lamps. No, they didn't go with my they weren't my aesthetic.
What was your theme?
I don't know. Like I had super cute sheets and stuff. I had a little plaid like comforter. And oh God, I loved college so much.
I did too.
It was so much fun.
Kim says my 17-year-old is starting college on the 3rd. He has to take no prereq courses.
Mm-hmm.
We're so excited for him. So proud. Hey, congratulations. What school, Kim? Something to look forward to.
Awesome.
When I was in Oneonta, I had a roommate who was pledging for an unrecognized fraternity. And on campus, there were certain fraternities and sororities that were recognized by the school and some that were not. And the ones that were not recognized really did not treat people very well. They did a lot of hazing and a lot of that stuff. So my roommate, my freshman year, second semester, was pledging for one of these unrecognized fraternities.
Yikes.
And they didn't let him do his laundry.
Oh.
That was one of the things. And I'm telling you, the smell that came out of this kid's side of the room was god awful. And what do you do?
First off, I got to tell you, your average college boy, I can
Smells.
only assume is washing their laundry and their like sheets not very often.
Right.
I mean, that's just like what college guys do for the most part, right? I'm
Well,
painting with a broad brush.
It depends what they're doing.
I'm painting with a broad brush here. But like seriously, like we had a lot of friends like who were guys and like their rooms were gross.
Yeah, of
Everybody
course.
always wanted to come hang in your room with a cute futon and it always smelled nice in our room.
Can I ask a question? Why are straight guys like this? Like my side of, I did not
Oh,
smell.
they're all disgusting. My microphone is really back here.
Kim says ECC the first 2 years, then he'll go to university the last 2 and get his bachelor's degree. Smart, save some cash that way.
Nice.
My mom said I was in a triple on the bottom bunk and ump on the top. Had purple satin sheets and everything fell on top of me every night I moved out.
Yeah, my mom's making fun of me carrying all the cute stuff up those stairs was a nightmare.
Oh my God.
Worth it though, Mom.
Kelsey says average college boy shower, bathing in Axe.
Right.
Gross.
Seriously.
Lauren says I watch too much SVU.
Oh my God,
And I'm
Paula.
worried about my kids
Those
dorming.
college guys leave their wet laundry in the washer for days.
Oh, I know.
Thank you. How about when you'd go in to do your laundry and like the person's laundry would have been in there forever and like finally after like 2 hours you're like, okay, this is going up on top of the washer.
What are you
Okay.
supposed to do?
I hated to be that person, but like, come on,
We had like a laundry folding table, so I just used to move everything there.
set it over there.
Yeah. I mean, I also, as you know, have no patience. So I was like, set an alarm on your phone or something.
Right, exactly. And like, or like sometimes I'd go down and I know like I was pretty on top of it, but maybe I'm like 10 minutes late because I'm watching Friends. Let's be real. And if my stuff was out, I'm like, oh, dang,
I know.
I know I was on it.
I used
But
to put my jeans in the dryer. That's how skinny I was.
I still put my jeans in the dryer usually.
Really? They don't shrink? You don't really wear jeans either.
I'm not a big jeans person, and yeah, I'll put them in the dryer, but I won't put them on like high heat. I'll let
Got
them
it.
like do the air thing, and then once I put them on, I give them a few like squats.
Work them in a
Really?
little bit. Jeanette says Pottery Barn teen, plaid comforter, and I thought I was so cool freshman
Oh
year.
my God, my mom is totally bringing me back. That's what we had because we weren't allowed to have so many things. We had those little diffusers. So it was a light bulb
Uh-huh.
and then on the top you would put in either wax or the few drips
because
of
you couldn't
oil.
have a candle.
You couldn't have a candle, so you could put a few like drips of oil. I loved the apple scent, and my mom's right. The whole floor smelled delicious.
Oh my gosh, so much better.
Were you in a co-ed dorm?
Yes.
So was mine. So the first 2 floors were boys, and the next floor was girls.
When I was in RA in Oneonta, we had boys and girls on the same floor, and it was a quad style dorm. So we had 4 guys and girls in different rooms.
What was the bathroom situation?
It was separate, but
so they weren't in your rooms. It was like a bathroom for
Yeah, like a
girls,
common
bathroom for boys.
bathroom,
Okay.
yeah.
Mhm.
But most of my floor was girls, and I was like, "This is great! I basically have the bathroom to myself." Until they had guests stay with them, and I'm like, "This sucks."
Oh, the girls.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. That's funny.
Just so your dog in your lap, Kim says, "What a good girl."
I
Yes,
know. She's so. Oh, did you hear? Good girl.
she is.
Good girl. Is your heart rate going up because I said that?
No. Michaela says, "I'm trying to find a good career for not getting a college degree. Any advice?"
Interesting.
Go be a welder.
Yeah, seriously.
Honestly, first of all, you're a female
Yeah.
doing all that stuff in
Some
a
sort of
male-dominated
skill.
field.
A carpenter, a welder, a plumber, an
Yeah.
electrician. It'd be really interesting
that
to learn
technical
some of that stuff too.
Welders make a ton of money. I wish I had that kind of skill.
Shonda would like for me to bring in Bandit and put him on my lap.
Oh, you should.
Oh, should I? You wouldn't see me.
Kristen says welder is so in demand. I know.
Yeah. Have Bandit and Gladys met? I don't know if they
I
have
don't
yet.
think so.
I don't think they have either. We'll have to get them together. They're a little bit of different personalities.
Yeah, she's very low key. The alignment, Paul says.
Alignment.
But I like
Yeah.
what Howard says. Whatever you choose, work your butt off.
Oh, my Paul says that. Got it.
Be present, and you will make out well.
Very nice, Howard. Yeah, because you also have to do something that you feel a little bit of passion for, because you don't want to go into something that you don't like. So find something you have a little bit of passion for. You know what they always say, if you like what you do, you won't work a day in your life.
My dad, welders are worth their weight in iron.
And everybody else is like, just go do welding.
So funny. A lot going on here in Western New York this weekend. You guys doing anything fun? The Bills game tomorrow, the last preseason game. This is a big one for the people who are kind of on the verge of making or being cut from the team.
Yeah.
You know, you think about those rookies who really want to be on the Bills this season.
This is a big game for them.
Yeah, this is it.
You know, I don't pay a lot of attention to these preseason games. I like to see what happens, like what the outcome was, but like the score doesn't really matter. Nobody's actually, I mean, they're trying for different, like what they're trying for is not to flat out win the game.
Right.
They're trying to make different things work.
Also to keep everyone healthy, but as we've
Absolutely.
seen.
Right. So, you know what I mean? It's like a little bit of a different like mindset there.
Nellie's going to her first Bills game. I think it's Kids Day also, so enjoy.
That's fun.
Mark says I'm going in Saratoga again for the Travers Stakes Saturday rather. That's fun.
I think I might go walk around the Elmwood Art Fest a little bit.
Oh yes, Barb we know is going to be there.
Yeah. Oh, did she just make a little noise? Maybe it was her foot.
Maybe.
Oh gosh, she's so cute. I just like get such a kick out of this. Like when we were getting a dog, this is what I pictured. And now, like last night, I was laying in bed and I kind of had my legs like this, and Bandit laid in between my legs and put his like head here.
Oh.
That's my lap dog.
She doesn't really cuddle that much.
She's a snuggle bug.
So this is abnormal for her, just to kind of sit and relax on your lap.
We already went over why it's
know.
abnormal for her.
She's a little.
She had a rough night. Let's put it that way.
She's high as a kite right now. Lauren says,
I mean, look at her. She's literally staring at the wall. Looking straight at the wall.
She's going to the game with the kids tomorrow. They'll have a great time. Oh, maybe you'll see my dad there. Lauren, maybe you guys can all go together.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Kathy says Milano's out for most of the season. I know. We'll see him in December.
I know.
Kim says, I heard the Elmwood Art Fest is really nice.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know if I've been for a really long time, so I'd love to go check it out. It's all locals, right?
I think so. And you know what? This one was a little bit different. Last year, they didn't have the street closed.
Okay.
So they had all the vendors on the sidewalk, which is kind of cool because then you can actually also stop in the businesses.
I like that too.
So it gives everyone a little
I'm
bit of
still
a
looking
boost.
for a little something for my father-in-law for his birthday. Ooh, Paul found pens. Did I tell you that? Ooh,
Oh,
I don't think my
Katie. Don't tell her anything.
Hopefully they're not watching. I'm looking for this for them. So, but Paul found something. So that's but I still need something
What
else.
are you looking for?
Okay, Terry, if you were watching this morning, turn it off so Ed doesn't see it. Ed is my father-in-law too, by the way. A lot of Eds in my life. I was looking for a Buffalo pen, and I called like a million stores, like a nice ballpoint pen, and Paul finally found. They're not like super nice, like a $50 pen. You know what I mean? Like you think about like a wood pen or whatever, but they're gonna do the trick. He's gonna love it.
Okay, well, what are you still looking for?
I don't know, a little something to go with it.
Okay. An ink? Some ink?
No, it's a ballpoint pen. Maybe a book. He loves a book. I don't know.
Well, if you have an idea, let us know in the comments. And we will see you right back here on Monday. Have a great weekend.
Say bye, Glad.